So the latest episode of Spy Classroom in season 2 was a file episode. And of course, if it's anything like the first season, the file episodes end up being some of the most boring episodes and kind of filler that it's just like, why? But I will have to say, this is by far one of the best episodes in general, let alone for the file episodes. But in general, this was a very good one. We got some good backstory on Monika, and we got some good intel on her and how she actually does things, along with what makes her think and what makes her tick. So, which most of the file episodes are like that, where they kind of delve into the girls themselves. But this one was actually interesting, unlike some of the ones from season 1. Let's break this down. So we learn a lot about Monika. We learn she was born into a rich family, that her family was essentially full of artists. She had actually some good talent. She could draw, like artists as in like anything artistic you think of, whether it's drawing or musically inclined, which she too inherited as well. The problem is she has no passion for anything. And she is cursed with what I would deem as too much intelligence, too much of a genius. Because, and I'll break that down a little bit more. Here she was trying to take up what her parents did, artistry and all that. But even their parents are looking at her art and like, your art's good, but there's just nothing behind it. And so she then decides at some point to become a spy, and then she ends up excelling in being a good spy. She hits her shots, she becomes top of her class, and then ends up meeting someone from, well, she didn't realize this at the time. Oh, honestly, she hasn't realized it at all. She actually ended up meeting someone from Klaus's old team. Now, we don't get any information from who this woman was from Inferno. All we know that she was the recruitment for Infernos in the guise of special training. The whole classroom is laying down as if they're knocked out, and she is the only one standing. But the problem is, even this teacher or person from Inferno could tell that she has skills, but she has no passion in any of it. And that is Monika's true weakness. And honestly, why she's still with Lamplight. Because she is cursed with the fact that she is so smart and so intelligent, which is actually crazy that there's another person that's very smart on this team. So we thought it was crazy last season when everything was about Greta, the girl that essentially that has the red hair and is a master of disguise, and how we learned how intelligent she is when she is formulating plans and getting everything together to actually implement a plan that they have to do a mission on. Well, come to find out, Monika over here is apparently skilled enough to do calculations in her head very quickly, which is like, she plays it off like it's no big deal. Hello, that's a huge deal. So we have another genius in this team, yet because she has no passion behind anything, she's just overly skilled at stuff and things come to her easy. And because things come to her easy, everyone else looks at Monika and is like, oh my God, you are so amazing. You are the best. She's just like, yeah, sure, whatever. And I feel for her because this kind of relates to me personally. I understand where she's coming from. When you are a very intelligent person, that things come naturally to you, that really you don't see the fun in things because there's no passion in things behind it. The good thing is she's actually on Team Lamplight, and as she said, the girls are rubbing off on her because their passion behind trying to find out how to defeat their teacher, Klaus, that she is slowly starting to become one of them and integrate herself and wanting to do the same thing. The fight that she gets in with some other bad guy spies was actually really intriguing and amazing because she was able to calculate with these solid, strong balls made by a net that she's able to use as a weapon to attack people and knock them out. That in this confined room, she can feel the dimensions of the wires that the evil bad guy spy was attacking her with. And because she could tell where all the wires are at, she could throw the balls and ricochet them everywhere by sheer calculation and geometry and math, which is crazy and awesome all in the same retrospect. It's just so good that she can actually calculate this stuff. And honestly, the first time that we see such a skill out of her, because she's always in the background, especially in season 1. We just knew her as the girl that kind of did surveillance because she would just take pictures of everything. And then now we learn in season 2 how skilled she is at actually being a spy and how good she is. And now on this episode, we learn how smart she is. So as Klaus even said at the end, the fact that people can change is just like a flower blooming, because she is already showing skills. Shoot, last week's episode, which she is like, I think I want to try deflecting bullets. I haven't tried that before. Ooh, let's try that out with a knife. And it's like, huh? It all makes sense now that I think about it, because I was wondering, how in the world is she dodging these bullets? She sees the soldier shooting at her, and she's like Neo, dodging these bullets and then deflecting them with her knife. So if she's able to calculate things in her head, more than likely she can see the trajectory of the bullets coming to her so that she can dodge them, and then it's easier for her to deflect it with a knife. Now, granted, in real life, that would not be the case, but just going on a limb here, this is not real life, nor these girls be this skilled in a real life situation, but it's an anime, let's enjoy it. Now, granted, we did not learn who is the secret girl she's in love with. We know that there is one, and my bet is on either like Lily or Greta, because those are some of the ones that she talks to the most. But as I said last week, it's probably Sybil, codename Pandemonium, there in the background, because all in season 1 they kind of were hanging out together and talking with each other. But of course, we hadn't seen so much of them talking that much this season. But I will definitely be keeping my eye on Monika to see who she communicates with and see if we can figure that out, because that is a puzzle that might be important in the future. But if it's a puzzle, I gotta figure it out. But regardless, actually a really good episode, and really brought together the whole essence of being a spy. And I think Monika was one of the ones that was a big mystery for us, that we kind of was like, she's good, but why in the world is she so good? And after seeing this episode and all her skill set and essentially who she is and her mindset on things, I like her a lot more. I really do. She wasn't the girl that's in the background, like she's just like snooty and it's like, what in the world's up with her? Now we know more about her, and I like her more. She's starting to become one of my favorites, because last season was the season of Greta. Maybe this season is the season of Monika, because there's a lot more to this season, I'm sure, and it's probably going to get pretty crazy, especially if the theme song is any indication of what's going to happen. But regardless, let me know what you guys think. Definitely comment down below, and I would love to see and hear what you guys think and your opinions on things. But regardless of that fact, make sure you guys are subscribed for more, because we'll discuss this anime and several others here on the channel. You guys be safe, take care, and Lord willing, I'll see you next time. Bye-bye for now. Make sure to check out the extra content on our Patreon page, and thanks to our current patrons.
This ain't what you want, bitch, I'm a fucking phenomenon.